At least 136 people are reported to have been killed in the worst violence since the Syrian uprising began in March. President Assad's launched a nationwide crackdown on protesters on the eve of Ramadan. 100 were arrested by troops in a suburb of Damascus. Syria's third biggest city, Hama, was stormed by tanks and soldiers. Amateur video footage shows tanks also invading the eastern city of Deir ez-Zor, and in southern Syria, security forces reportedly killed 6 civilians when they stormed houses in the town of al-Hirak. Simon Israel reports.
As tanks rolled into the city, army snipers took to the rooftops. Families out to collect their morning bread were shot dead. The siege of Hama was over. The time had come for a concerted effort by President Assad's forces to crush the uprising on the eve of Ramadan. Some 95 people are reported to have been killed in this one city alone.
Snipers stationed on top of public buildings, on schools, on top of hospitals and other places, and started to shoot at people in the streets.
The Foreign Secretary, William Hague, said he was appalled at what was going on. His appeal to stop went unheeded. Tank shells were falling at the rate of 4 a minute. Blood transfusions were in short supply. Nobody's counted the number of injured. But not every soldier and every tank was prepared to take part. Some crossed over to the side of the protesters.
Some soldiers deserted their tanks and fled with the residents. About 57 soldiers fled and split away from the army.
The US has described the attack on Hama as desperate, but this appears to be part of a coordinated strategy by the Syrian president and his military. His forces put down a demonstration in Damascus today using nail bombs. Tanks were also transported to other parts of the country to be used in attacks on 4 other towns. Scores of people were rounded up. But all this has only served to instill greater resistance. Demonstrators came out in defiance to protest against the assault on Hama, with the fear of history repeating itself. The city witnessed the massacre of 30,000 people back in 1982, when the current president's father ordered troops to slaughter as many as needed to halt an uprising then.